What's up, everybody? Happy Halloween. Welcome to the Primetime Prop Drop. We've got Monday Night Football to talk about. My name's Ricky the Wild Thing Vaughn, and I'm here as always with Scott Reichel. How's it going, Scott?
Doing pretty well. I know I went 2-2 on the last episode, which is better than going 1-3 or 4-4 or 0-4, so it could be worse. But overall, can't complain too much. Hit a nice parlay over the weekend in the NFL, so had a pretty good weekend. Hopefully, the NFL keeps being kind to me on this episode on Monday.
All right, let's go. After the college football weekend, I'm pretty sure that I'm not allowed to bet on sports anymore. Like after the weekend I had in college football, it was bad. So we're going to go through four primetime Monday Night Football player props for you guys. But before we get started, I want to remind everybody about my sponsor, FanDuel, the home of the no sweat first bet, up to $1,000 for all new accounts getting signed up. All you got to do is sign up, is find the link. It's in the description of this video. Click on that and it will take you there. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. All right, so we are talking, I don't know why it's ticking. We're going to make it not tick, though. Ready? And here we go. Bengals are at the Browns. Bengals are -3.5 on the road, and the total's 45.5, but that's not what we're looking at. We're looking at some props. Scott, lay the first one on me.
So first one is going to actually be a quarter play. We're going to take the first quarter over 7.5 points at -105. At the end of the day, both teams offensively just really good in the first quarter. Simple as that. But to go through the numbers, Cincinnati is averaging 6.9 points per game in the first quarter, which is a third in the league. Cleveland averaging 5.9 points per game in the first quarter, which ranks tied for fifth. Both teams offensively, basically an infirmary on the injury report. They're missing a bunch of guys, and I do think with a lot of second string defensive backs and potential defensive linemen there, you might see both defenses struggle early on. I know that there has been money on the under because both teams offensively also a bit injured, but there's going to be some rain mostly in the second half. First half should be clean, but over 7.5 points just seems a little bit too low to me since both teams are top 5 in first quarter points per game.
All right, all right. So that's the first quarter. Let's talk about the first half. You like something with the Browns here. What do we got?
I do. I'm going to go with the Browns' first half team total over 9.5. A couple reasons why. First of all, Cleveland in the first half of the season, pretty good offensively, averaging 13 points per game in the first half, which ranks 12th. Cincinnati, though, really, really bad defensively in the first half, allowing 14.6 points per game in the first 30 minutes, and that is the fourth most in the league. Plus, Cincinnati has been awful against the run lately, as the Bengals have allowed 163.3 rushing yards per game over the last 3 games, which is the fifth most in the league. And one good historical trend, Cleveland has really been good offensively in the first half against the Bengals lately. The Browns have scored at least 10 first half points in each of the last 8 meetings. I'm going to go with the over.
All right, all right. Talk to me. It wouldn't be a primetime prop drop if we didn't have an interception prop. So talk to me about Jacoby Brissett.
So I'm going to go with Brissett over half an interception here. He has been a bit turnover prone lately, particularly late in games, which is why a lot of Browns fans are kind of fed up with him. But he has thrown at least one interception in 3 of the last 4 games. Cleveland also pretty short-handed on the offensive line. So I do think that Cincinnati should generate pressure against him and force him into mistakes. People think they're going to hand the ball to Chubb 30-something times a game tonight. And I'm sure Cincinnati knows that too. So I do think that they're going to eventually stack the box, force Brissett to beat them through the air. And Brissett's decision-making has been, let's just say, questionable at times. But interception in 3 of the last 4, it's -110. Cleveland might be playing from behind late in game. They might have to abandon the run a little bit. I don't mind the over half interception there at -110.
All right. That's interceptions. Let's talk about receptions.
So this is actually 1.5. I don't believe it's 2.5. It was 1.5 receptions when I ended up doing it.
My bad.
So all good. But either way, it's going to be Samaje Perine over 1.5 receptions at -130 Magic. That's the power of editing on the fly. But I do think that there's value here because Perine has been a very good third down receiving back for this team all season long. He's recorded at least 2 receptions in each of the last 3 games. He's had at least 2 receptions in 5 of the first 7 games. And he also had 2 receptions in the only game against Cleveland last season. There's a couple ways for him to get there. Either Joe Mixon, who's still a talented running back, he only plays 70% of the snaps, give or take. So Perine does have a role on this team, which is pretty definitive. And you could also talk about late in the half. Maybe if they're trailing, if they're going to have to throw the ball in the final 2 minutes of a half, Piron's going to get every snap for basically the entire drive. But 1.5 receptions is very short for a guy who has gone over pretty frequently this season. Give me the Piron over 1.5 receptions at minus 130.
All right, you got it. Scott Reichel, tell the people who you are and where they can find more of you and your free picks.
So you can find me on Twitter at Reichel Radio, where I link all my YouTube plays and podcasts and stuff like that. Besides that, you can find me on the Winners and Winers YouTube page, where I post my free picks every night. And you can find me here on the Primetime Prop Drop 4 times a week. Also doing the Morning Wood Show on Friday and do the College Football Show on Friday as well with Steen. Back-to-back 3-0 weeks. So far, so good in college football. Hopefully we'll keep it rolling. But it was a good weekend, and, hopefully it's a good week.
There it is. All right. Well, excellent work on your double back-to-back 3-0s. That's killer. Check out Scott Reichel at Reichel Radio. You can find me at Plus Money Honey. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. We'll be back tomorrow with NBA player props for your Tuesday. Good luck, everyone.